Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. I just want to wish you all a Happy New Year. I hope everything is going extremely well for all of you. This is going to be a full moon in Cancer / lunar eclipse reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This very powerful, watery first full moon of the decade is going to be highly emotional and a time when your intuition is running at an all-time high. It's a time when secrets will be revealed to you and your attention and focus will be on the home and family, and your emotions are going to be extremely strongly impacted. This Cancer full moon lunar eclipse represents a moment of completion and a cycle of closure. It also asks you to look back to the new moon in Cancer that we had back in July of 2019 and see what you started and what you're manifesting now and how you're reaping the fruits of your labor. This Cancer full moon is opposing loads of planets in Capricorn, so it's a great time to declutter and shed things that no longer work for you. The full moon spread, lunar eclipse spread that I'm going to do for you guys is going to give you the messages and insights into how to manifest for your highest good, but also the things that you guys need to release. Okay? So I'm just going to ask that while I'm doing this reading, you guys go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment and share if and only if that's something that you like to do, and don't forget to ring that notification bell if you guys want to get updates when I do upload anything new. I have just uploaded all of your January 2020 career and finance readings, so you might want to check those out. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. We're going to ask spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and spirit guides for the messages that Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs need to know for this full moon reading in Cancer, January 2020. What a long sort of intro. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What messages do we have for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. You know, Pisces, I'm liking your cards. Yes, I'm really liking your cards. I do suggest, Pisces, that you do check out the other water sign readings. I'm getting a lot of Cancer and Scorpio energy here, or some of the same cards that showed up in both of those readings. Okay, so do check out the Cancer reading and or the Scorpio reading, whichever one you might feel drawn to, or if you have those in your chart. Now let's go ahead and take a look at your reading, or at your, overall energy cards. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I love this because this is all about being in your Garden of Eden, being in paradise. You've worked really, really hard to get where you are going, or where you are. And the only thing is, though, she's kind of got this sad face, like I don't know if you guys can see this sort of sad face, because she doesn't really have anyone to share it with. So Pisces, I feel like you have either, you've either gone through a separation, a breakup, or you're just feeling kind of lonely, or you're looking for the one, okay, is the message I'm getting. We have the Emperor in reverse. It's kind of like, I feel like in the past, you weren't able to really set your boundaries. You feel like you were flying high at some point of time, but you really lost your footing, okay? Again, some of you might have experienced a little bit of a loss of money, which I'm seeing, or an investment or a relationship that you are extremely invested in, and I'm getting the Justice card in reverse, like you feel like something was really, really unfair. I think emotions got out of control. Things might have gotten nasty. You might have been sort of really depressed. There might have been a lot of tears. Okay, and the Six of Wands, so is showing me that, at one point you thought that this was a victory. Okay, but, there may have been cheating involved, because I do see two Queens in reverse. But I do feel like it's something that you were very, very emotionally invested in, and it's something, whether it was a job, whether it was a home, whether it was a relationship, it could be many different things, but, that now you're sort of feeling a little bit left out in the cold. The Five of Pentacles, this is your energy where you are right now, but I love seeing that in the reverse. Again, more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, which you might have in your chart, or you're just exhibiting these qualities. The Five of Pentacles, though, we do have a couple here, and they're sort of taking this sort of like the hard road. They didn't take the easiest road. There might have been sickness, there might have been injury, there might have been an accident, there might have been a loss of money, a huge investment that was lost, or it could be sort of a breakup of a relationship as well, where you are feeling, you know, left out, or you are generally feeling kind of left out. But the beauty of this card being in reverse is it's telling me that that's sort of like you're getting over that. And I see you in your final projected outcome card that you are getting over that, and you will be moving into a much better, safer, saner, healthier, happier, more abundant place. Okay, whether that's in a relationship, whether that's a job, whether it's a living situation. Excuse me, there's some sort of purge that needed to come up there. Okay, the Five of Pentacles in reverse takes me back to the Four of Pentacles, which I don't see that you're necessarily holding on or hoarding anything. I feel like you're really just focused on grounding yourself and on your stability, okay, after whatever this sort of loss is that we saw. All right, remember that I wanted to go back because I see the Queen of Pentacles in my mind's eye, more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I feel like this is something like you thought you had found a home, or a home with someone, or you met someone that you thought was home, and that's been turned upside down. Okay, so like your stability and all of that was just sort of like, you know, you felt like you were finally in that nurturing place with someone, okay, that you weren't alone, that everything was going to be okay. And then things sort of, it looks like that somehow, some way you ended up on your own, okay? But right now I see you really focusing on what's important to you, which is your health and your abundance. And remember, abundance doesn't talk about being a millionaire, but it's about having enough to pay your bills. It's about, you know, being happy, having the energy, you know, getting back out and loving again, or, you know, trying to find love, or finding just security in, you know, in all sort of facets of your life. But the way that you guys are projecting yourself to the world is the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I said the Ten of Cups because I feel like some people do see you as a little bit depressed at this moment. And people might be seeing you as a little bit confused. But the Ten of Pentacles in reverse is kind of like what one of my favorite readers, Gemstone Tarot, she always refers to this card as running away with the circus. You know, the Ten of Pentacles card is that happy family, that stable family. And for some reason, you have either chosen to walk away from that, or you feel like that was taken from you, or it ended. And people really see you as maybe acting out or doing something, you know, maybe you've made a big move and people are like, hey, why don't you just settle down? But your reaction to whatever this loss was, okay, whether it was a relationship or a job, you know, maybe you've decided, you know what, you were working in the corporate world and you decided, you know, I don't need to do that anymore. You know, I'm going to go pick up my things and I'm going to go start, you know, a ski business in Chile or something, you know, which is a true story. I was just talking to somebody about that. But, you know, so for example, you know, so I think some people see you as like running away with the circus, and as a reaction to this Nine of Pentacles energy, which is great. Like you having a lot of abundance and stability sort of financially or in your health, but maybe not having someone to share it with. Okay, that's not going to be for all of you, but it might just be for a few of you. All right, and seeing you kind of acting out. What's blocking you guys is you guys. I mean, Pisces, it's the moon. This is, you know, your behavior. This is how you're behaving during a time that's really, really confusing. Now, my dearest Pisces, you guys kind of pull away. You're very ethereal. You're very dreamy. You're very imaginative. You guys are very giving. You guys are very loving. You guys are very, very special souls. But you guys are always used to sort of being in the in-between, between life and between death. And this is that nightmarish sort of period. And I feel like, you know, you guys are dealing with that in two different ways. Like you're dealing with it by letting yourself go kind of crazy. And that's why people are seeing you as this Ten of Pentacles in reverse, like bucking the system, you know, going off, maybe getting tattooed or taking some wild, crazy trips. And maybe people are like, you're not acting your age. But I see you kind of just like giving them the finger, right? But at the same time, this sort of like not knowing or this not understanding and being in this in-between sort of ethereal fantasy stage is sort of blocking you from what we really want, and what you really need is this healing and this moving forward and this peace and this, you know, whether it's moving into just a place where you're happy and stable, or to a better relationship, or to a better job, or to a better living situation, or what have you. Now, your obstacles, the Four of Wands, this is Leo, Aries, Sag energy, and the Four of Wands is some sort of contract. It's also about being really happy with what you have, but I feel like you feel extremely bound to an idea or to a person. This is my 1111 card. It's oftentimes a marriage card or a soulmate card, and I really do kind of like here how this Pisces energy, I'm seeing these two columns on both sides. Some of you might be trying to decide between two people as well, or whether or not you're gonna, if you want to go with somebody or you want to move towards somebody or not. Okay. Also, because I have the Six of Cups card coming in the reverse, and this 1111 Four of Wands, again, this could be a twin flame soulmate connection, and that's, you know, those are never quite easy to you know, to navigate. You know, it's very, you know, you have to surrender to the universe on those. All right, so I feel like this is what's blocking you. You know, again, you might be a little bit howling at the moon and not taking the time to really see your path. But that's Pisces. You guys are kind of comfortable in that sort of in-between stage, okay? But you can't stay in that in-between stage for too long, okay? Because then you're going to lose sight and you're not going to be able to manifest what it is for your highest good. All right, your obstacles, it could be this person, it could be gratitude, it could be that you're a little bit in this negative headspace as well. All right, like things have been tough. And, you know, and I feel like, you know, again, you're having, it's weird. My other water signs had some of these same cards. So it's like, please do check out Cancer and Scorpio. But it was all about like leaving toxic relationships behind. And even though like you know that's what you need to do, we're looking here like what you can do within to achieve your goals. That's leave this toxic relationship behind, toxic behavior patterns. So it's either something that you're doing, okay, maybe some of you are struggling with a little bit of addiction, maybe it's overthinking, overeating, over social mediaing, or maybe it's a relationship that you're having a hard time letting go of. But you really, really need to, okay, so that you can move on and you can get what it is that you've been asking for, that you've been manifesting without knowing it. Again, remember to go back and look and see what was happening to you guys in July of 2019 when we had the new moon in Cancer, and see what it is that you were manifesting then and how far you've come, and if that is still what you want, okay, or do you need to do a bit of course correction here. What you can learn from the outside world or from others is it's time to let go of the past. The Six of Cups is in reverse here, and it's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and it brings us back to the Five of Cups, which is disappointment, which is sadness, which is sorrow, which is loss. It's time to stop being the victim, Pisces. I love you guys dearly. I have some very near and dear Pisceans in my life. You know, but I am getting from here, you know, this is like, I think you keep going over and over what went wrong or how you could fix things or how you could have done something different to change the outcome of whatever this is. And Spirit's saying it's time to let that go. Be love yourself, Pisces. I'm sure, you know, you guys didn't do anything wrong. There's some things that just don't work. And the things that don't work are these negative relationships or, you know, these negative events that we go through. They help shape us who we are, and we need to turn those into learning experiences. Okay, and your final outcome here is beautiful. This is somebody coming to help you, or this is you helping yourself, and this is through prayer, through moon magic. This is through, you know, setting your intentions, and this is all about coming from a really shitty point in time in life, or a whole damn decade, or, you know, this whole last year, and this is you being so grateful and so thankful for what you have, and for finally being able to have that strength and to come out of this in-between sort of fantasy land, okay, fantasy world, where you guys are very quite comfortable, but if you stay there too long, you know, you can be susceptible to negative energies, okay? And in the meditation I was doing before this, you guys, it was like there was a lot of sort of dealing with addiction or negative behavior patterns, or simply being spaced out or not grounded for long periods of time, open you up and make you really susceptible for negative influences, negative energies from the spirit realm, but also open to, you know, people's energies of jealousy or people that don't want the best for you. So it is really important here, Pisces, that you guys do ground yourself, and there's someone or something from the past that needs to be let go of, okay? Really interesting reading here, you guys. I just want to tell you, Pisces, I love you. You know, I love you guys so much. So let's go ahead and see what messages we have for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this lunar eclipse, Cancer full moon. All right, we have storm warning number 10. Yeah, but I feel like that's something that you've kind of already gone through. That's coming through on the 10 of Pentacles. But I do feel like it's always sort of right there in the background. You know, it's not right on you, but it's kind of close by. It looks like it's knocked down, you know, a few, you know, wow, like a whole building. You know, and I feel like that was the foundation, whatever it is, this family relationship, this job, some sort of stability. Okay, and it left you really hurt. But I feel like it's still kind of very close to you in your mind. Like you relive it. And you're like in a way of like torturing yourself, if that makes sense. Appreciation, look at that. Gratitude, I was talking about that, okay? Number 15, 1 and 5 adds up to 6. All right, and 6s are the card of Venus and all about love. It's all about harmony, adjustment, and alignment, and we see that here. 6 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. Both of these came out in the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio reading, so check those out. I know I just keep repeating that, but you know, the 6 is all about finding that balance, being appreciative for the experience, and then moving on, because that gratitude, okay, and this 1111 card, this 4 of Wands, is also all about being thankful and appreciative of what you have and what you've been through, because that just makes you so much bigger, better, and wiser. Okay, my dear Scorpios, and then also be appreciative of, you know, learning what you did when you did, okay, with that storm warning, because I really do see that storm being in the past. Okay, and I feel like, yes, you've worked through it. All right, there may still be some work to do, but you really need to put it behind you. And I see you guys putting it behind you. You know, this 6 of Swords, they're coming out of a storm. All right, here we have time and tide, oceanic spells, and rituals. 1 and 8 adds up to 9. It's like you guys are almost there. 9s are achievement. They're like, you're almost there. You're almost completing this. This person, she is alone, but look at that. She's drawing a heart in the sand. And then there's this beautiful sun, which is happiness and warmth and creativity. And that's all. You guys are going to be manifesting a new love or a new appreciation or new emotional gratification out of a job or whatever experience it is that you are manifesting. But remember that divine timing is at work here. And, you know, if something, you know, if something is a little bit off, there's a reason for it. And it may be, Pisces, that you do need just a little bit more time alone for just to grow that self-love and get yourself to a really healthy, beautiful, grounded place, so that when you do move on, and so that that you can move on, but that when you do move on, in 2020, that you manifest what's for your highest good. Okay? And then we have Yemaya, Grandmother Ocean, and Primordial. 3 and 4 adds up to 7. So again, we've got more evaluation, introspection. This is also all about, you know, the cycles and the gestation period. And, you know, maybe you're working on manifesting something and it didn't come. Maybe you're manifesting your healing and your peace or what have you. And it didn't quite come to you, but remember there's a gestation period, that everything has a life cycle. And remember, this is also reminding me of the Wheel of Fortune. You know, that the wheel is going to turn in your favor. You're going to have that abundance of love, faith, security, wealth, health, whatever it is that you're looking for. Okay, that will be coming to you, but you have to give it time. Do the self-work. Make sure that you're showing gratitude. You may need to be alone for a little bit, Pisces, okay? Letting go of the past, letting go of toxic relationships and negative behavior patterns is going to do you guys so much good, okay? So much good. All right, additional messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Additional messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. I love that. I should almost put that here next to, I'm going to the Yemaya card, okay? Because this is you. Yemaya, Grandmother Ocean, Primordial. This is also being in touch with your spirituality. Okay, really recognizing the higher powers that are at work in your life. But I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness, and I feel like that's true. And I feel like you guys do that, and for some of you, you might, use drugs or drinking, or you might space out or do whatever. But, Spirit's saying, and meditation is also a really great way to do that, and a very healthy way to achieve that. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Yep. So again, there was some sort of loss. I feel like you feel like you have a life that, you deserve, or that you want to share with someone. And you may have thought that somebody was the one and it didn't quite work out. It left you feeling out in the cold, alone, sad, and in a tough spot. And people still sort of see you as reacting to that. All right. Even though you are sort of going through your normal sort of Piscean way of trying to find your way here. Okay. But that, remember that, through all of this, all of these losses and these endings and new beginnings, this is all growth. Okay. But I do get a sense of loneliness here for you, Pisces. So additional messages for Sun, Moon, Rising, and for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this lunar eclipse, Cancer, full moon. Here we have Freya, bold. Unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. Yeah, I love that. And I think you're going to take a risk, and it's going to be, that risk is going to be leaving the past in the past. Again, that Six of Swords energy could speak of real travel, or it could speak of, just a spiritual journey as well. But for some of you, it's going to be actual movement. Take a risk, okay? And it could be with a person, or it could be, it could be starting a new relationship, all right? It could be travel, it could be movement, okay? It could be many different things, but make sure that you guys do take those risks. If somebody or something is offered to you that's totally different and totally new, take it as a learning experience. Leave that grief at the door, okay? It doesn't mean to sweep your feelings under the rug, okay? But it does mean, that like you want to expand, you want to grow. All right, and if you have this grief that's really anchoring you to the past, or anchoring you to a person or to a situation, you can't do that until you clear that. All right, Pisces, I love you guys so much. This is a very nice reading. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, and share if and only if that's something that you like to do. Don't forget to ring that notification bell if you guys want to get updates for when I upload anything new. And remember that I love you, and thank you for listening.